Good morning, Turtle Club. This should now go to less confusing people, and we need to see if we can't change the thumbnail on this as well. Man, this new YouTube thing that they got is great and horrible all at the same time. So we're doing some stuff. For a few seconds, I'm not going to be able to see anybody's comments. Everything should still work the way we need it to, though. Alright, that looks good. We see live stuff. All the other content information changed over. So now we can go and change this thumbnail. One of these days, I'm hoping you guys will get to see half of the stuff that we do behind camera in a cool way. And hopefully I get to do that. Let's see. Nope. So a few things that happened on my main computer in a frustrating manner, very frustrating manner, is we had a whole mess of things backed up in a really bad way. And by that I mean we managed to lose a lot of the stuff we had, which stinks. There's just no better way to say it than that. It really stinks. And so we had to wind up saving rather quickly a lot of info, a lot of stuff, a lot of things. Hey Sally, good morning. I'm sorry about the lack of really good content at the moment. We are working on fixing that as quickly as we can, because there's some things that are wrong with the video already, and hopefully you heard me say that, because I'm on this really weird hybrid setup at the moment. But where did all those wind up going then? If they're not there, then where are they? What happened? Kind of getting to that. So work and computers and desks and a lot of things for someone like myself who happens to usually have a lot of things planned and scheduled and set up, a lot of parts that shouldn't have begun moving. I guess it's the best way I can say that. And because of that, I wound up losing a lot of things that I wanted. One of the worst things that happened, though, the big problem is Microsoft OneDrive did some sort of weird, and I don't even know how to explain it other than it uploaded like everything in one of my directories, the ones that I use for a lot of my screenshots, and then it got rid of like all of them, and I do mean like all of them, which is super frustrating. And I know part of it is because I wasn't using OneDrive to its fullest. I copped to that. But we want to make sure at the very least we get to so yeah, it took a lot of my images, screenshots, banners, things that we had collected and gathered on multiple computers, and we were working on getting it all brought together into one place. And And the computer said, yeah, you don't really need all those, do you, Mac? I said, well, yeah, I do. And so, like, our thumbnails that we've had, they're just, it went up, it actually clogged the OneDrive to where it started causing computer problems. And the only way I was able to fix it was I actually had to temporarily buy storage space. I was able to save some of it, and so I think that finally the thumbnail should be good on this video, because one of the things we always want to be, right, is we want to be open, we want to be honest with everybody as to what we're streaming. If we can't do a real good stream picture or thumbnail, you know, just 5 years of stuff collected. But I think we got it fixed. I think things that just, you know, aren't planned, things that aren't actually, you know, we never planned for that. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. The cool thing that happened today, as Sally may know already, is our 3D printer has been fixed finally, and that was to say that was a ride would be very much an understatement. And I've actually taken a little bit of video, and I'm a small video, right? Maybe 10 minutes. I'm with all the content I've produced for this little video. I'm hoping to put it together and release it this weekend. So all that said, back to what we were saying before we kind of got into the other thing that we forgot about that went wrong this week, which was all the images and stuff, and having to re-find where they all got put. Is I am actually going to be part of a group of people who helps to build out the training program for what it is that I do at work, which is an amazing thing. It's a wonderful little moment where people will start helping more to do what it is that I do, and to put that in some level of perspective for people. I used to work on a team of 18 people that did one specific thing really, really well. And we have since moved to, I'm counting individuals in my head that actually do what it is that I do now, and that do it with enough frequency that when they're asked to do it immediately, they can do it immediately, instead of asking somebody else, I forgot how to do this, what do I do? So there's me. Alienated One, as you guys are well aware, is one of my buddies. He's actually one of my colleagues that I worked with and do work with now. We're in the same department. We have different titles, and his workload and his actual work focus has been shifted. And so if someone were to come up and ask Alienated One to do what I do, he may or may not be able to do that. And he's not the only person that they've had shift like this in the office. So we went from 18 people to myself, the gentleman that I work with on nights, 2 people in the middle of the day, and 1 guy early in the morning. So we've got a couple people that sort of fill in the gaps a little bit, but they fill it in like toothpaste when you really need like cement. And so the good news is, though, is I'll be working on fixing that problem. The bad news is because of this, the streaming, it's not going to happen as often for some reasons. Now, that's not the only one, guys. You know, real life has to happen first, and so because of that change, things that because I'm going to be doing that with these people and actually working a lot harder when I'm doing this with these people for the foreseeable short future, maybe like the full month of May and what we have left in April. The schedule for streaming is going to be very phoned in, and I'm just calling that up ahead, guys, and because I love streaming. I want to stream out every morning that I get off work. I want to play video games. I want to talk to people. I want to see how you guys are doing. Turtle Club, you've always been amazing, and I don't want to deprive that of myself. And I definitely, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are in the Lurk Squad, a lot of people that see the videos on replay, that you guys enjoy the content. I mean, we've been around for 5 years, right? 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. We're now in year 5, 2021, and we. Yeah, real life always has to be priority. Yeah, it is. I have a good opportunity. This is going to be the way to make my life better overall. And when my life becomes better overall, that means that the mornings that I am just super exhausted and feel like I just want to drop to my knees and sleep where I'm sitting or standing at, those are going to go away when this gets better. But for the short future, because I'm going to be thinking and here's how threadbare this department's gotten, guys. I'm going to be doing all of this on top of my workload, and I'm going to be actually doing my job while building the training material, while holding meetings, and all this stuff. It shouldn't push back the stream times. But it is going to mean that it's going to cut into my mental acuity, right? And so I'm going to wind up coming off shift, and I'm just going to be zapped. So for the foreseeable future, what we are going to do is I'm going to make at least this promise to you, Turtle Club. Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays are still going to be the goal. Friday is probably going to be the day where I just take to myself and do the things that I'm not able to get to otherwise. If we do stream on Friday mornings, I would suspect it will not be on this channel. It'll be on the Unshelled channel, because I would suspect that I'm just going to be looking to get some of the private gaming I usually get in, and so we'll have some more interesting conversations on that channel on Friday mornings. I would expect if I wind up streaming on Fridays there. The other thing that I'm really wanting to bring back, and I'm hoping come June and we get it back, is Free for All Friday. That is a goal. That is a goal that's on the table for this year, is getting Free for All Fridays back, getting back to where we're playing multiplayer online on Friday, and having just a real good time with all that. But yeah, so while we kind of chat that up a little bit, let's adjust the volume for this, because I can see the Elgato is just screaming at everybody. And I've never played City Connection. Some of these older games I have seen video of. I've played a little bit. I seem to think that I may at one point have played City Connection. I'm definitely not playing this right now. So start button, there we go. And let's see here. Hey, that's a jump? Oh, sweet. So there's oil cans, there's cop cars. I don't think I'm supposed to run into the cop car. No. Okay. Much like real life, you should not run into any other cars. Alright, cool. So from the fact that all of these are like lighting up, I suspect that what's going on is it's like the old school gaming where you have to like color in all the lines. Oh, we have to also avoid the cat. Oh. Okay. So, much like real life, don't drive into other cars, don't drive into cats. Got it. Alright, so it looks like the lower lines also are kind of important, so we have to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. Oh, how do we get up? Alright, so we're gonna have to figure this out. I like old school games like this, though. They don't take a whole lot of thought. And it's not to demean the game, right? It's... Can I turn around? Oh, I can turn around. Oh. and we still punted a cat somewhere, right? Oh, wait. Oh, I just threw an oil can at something? Okay. Okay. Now that's something you shouldn't do in real life, guys. You should not throw oil cans at cars. You should not throw oil cans at, I suspect, cats. Oh, apparently cats are oil proof. That's a scientific fact I was not aware of. Alright, so, oh, can we, oh, whoa, alright, look at this. Now there's some stuff going on that I'm like, oh, hello, hello. You'll be here when you're available. Oh, I appreciate that, Sally. I really do. And, you know, that is, ultimately, we understand that real life happens when we make other plans. We tell everybody that on our channel. And this time, it's really impacted us. It's been, between a lot of things, it's been kind of just a lot more than what has been normal. The other big thing, and I'm speaking this into existence because, let's see here, do ZLZR to go to game selection. It's kind of a cool one. We don't want to do anything special in games that we've not played before. The other big thing is Digrat and I have gotten back on track to buying a house, and that is going to also greatly improve life. Twin B. Let's see here. Oh, it's a little shooter. It's a little shooter with like really weird graphics. How very Konami. Ah. This reminds me of Xevious, but less deviousness. Are these power-ups? This is like... This is weird. I'll admit, this is not as weird as some of these kind of games, but this is definitely weird. Alright, I have to know what the bombs do when I like hit things with them. So I can't hit any of the terrain. Oh, am I able to like shoot that? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh, is there like... Do I get like points for trick shots or something? Oh, maybe I do. Sure would be nice if I got like power-ups for getting the bells. But yeah, this is a fun little game. Do some classics here. No power-ups though. I don't get what the bombs are for. Like, unless they actually... Can I bomb the bells, maybe? There's a volcano. Can I bomb the volcano? Can I bomb the plant? Oh! Oh, the plant, and it turned into an apple. Alright, it's... Am I actually like a flying person? I mean, I kind of get the idea looking at the imagery that maybe I am a person that's actually flying at this point. Because I like throw the bombs. Is this like a power-up? Oh, it was. Okay. Oh. Oh. I feel like I almost need an adult to take this guy on. Wow. I'm doing more dodging than hitting him, I think, which is not good. I feel like I think they like the proper response is to like use the B and the X button to multi-fire as fast as I can. Wow. Okay. Hey, Lewis. Hey, man. How's it going, buddy? So that was really weird. Like, I'm not wrong thinking that. Oh, did I actually? I don't think the bomb actually hit the bell. The original YouTube hit the bell thing, right? Ah, we got hit by flying something or other. Is that game over? That's game over. There we go. Game selection. Challenge the King Demon with Jack. Mighty Bomb Jack. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Interesting. I thought I knew what this game was, but then I don't. Oh yes, this is oh. So back in ye old days, in as me and my friends have started calling it the before times, right? We managed to have a real cool thing in my office. It was an actual stand-up arcade machine, and I was super happy with that. It was a way to blow off some steam during our break. And there was a game, I think it was just called Bomb Jack. This reminds me a lot of Bomb Jack, because I can do this little floaty thing here, and I'm dodging all these enemies. But unlike Bomb Jack, there was... Oh, there we go. They turn them all into coins. Unlike this game, Before Times. Yes. Yes, we call it the Before Times because it's... Alright, so I can only open up... Alright, touching monsters is bad. But one of my colleagues that I no longer work with, unfortunately, great guy, had this full-on, like, Paul Bunyan kind of look going with him. Not a real good video game player. I mean, and it's not because he lacks the skills. It's just that as video games turned away from this kind of stuff, you know, 2D sprites and all that, the 3D stuff, he's got one of those, you know, some people just don't have the vision to be able to play them. You know, your visual skills lack, and you know, some people get motion sick for a lot of different things. And so this arcade machine that we got at work had a lot of these kind of classic games on it, and I'm kind of, you know, guys at work, they know my channel, they watch my streams, all that kind of stuff. And the reason why I bring that up is because this right here was much like the game that he started playing called Bomb Jack. And oh no. And it's like this right here, you want to save this little power up until it's too late. And then you want to snag it and tag all these guys as they turn into coins. And there's a bee. Sweet. Oh, we got one more bomb. But for some reason, some of those classic games, like, you know, Pac-Man and Burger Time and Dig Dug and all those, he was really good at those. But Bomb Jack, he held the highest score on Bomb Jack at the office for like the top 7 players. So this actually takes me back in a very pleasant way. I never played it on Nintendo, but now I got this vibe of being back in the office, playing on our little employee free play arcade machine. And trying to outsmart some of these villains. Now, the version of the game in the office, though, is a single screen. Every level is a one-screen level. And I'm all for innovation in video games. I'm all for improving video games. But there's something pristine I guess, something innocent about a game like this that's all done on one screen with you have to outsmart everybody. That is like super great. No. Because doing all this craziness on one screen and watching somebody have to maneuver, and the controls in this game are amazing. I am using the Pro Controller, but this is great. I mean, this is all sorts of just good. I thought I was able to open that up, but I guess not. Why did I turn colors? There's so many things that are different in this game. And yeah, I mean, especially after playing like Kingdom Hearts on the PS3 or the PS4 or whatever PlayStation you're playing it on, the controls on that just not as is just the best way to say it. Yeah, see, this is some good old-fashioned stuff though. So the idea is I'm going to be streaming Pokemon on Mondays. We're going to be streaming something else other than Kingdom Hearts on Saturdays, and I like Kingdom Hearts. I can't say that enough. I like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a fun game. The legions of lawyers that Kingdom Hearts has behind it, not so much. Oh my gosh. There is, for every world, there's a different company who owns the rights to a song, to a special effect, to a sound effect. And the one thing that is okay about all of it is that we're not getting copyright strikes, so our channel is not in danger of going poof. Game over. Your GDV. I don't know what GDV means, but that's fine. Channel's not in danger of going poof. But what it is that every video we do for Kingdom Hearts, some other company has complete control over whether or not we have ads on it, and on whether or not we actually get to have any kind of control over those ads. Because it's not our ad choices, it's not our community choices when some other company has the option for our stuff, then we no longer have the option to play. This game here, guys, is rather fun. Digger and I have been playing a little bit of that. And let's go here. Bam, bam. Let's see what's on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, so every video we stream of Kingdom Hearts, they don't advertise everything, but they have the right to advertise. And they've done that on a couple. Tough Enough, alright. I've never played Psycho Dream. Donkey Kong Country 3. Wow. Super Valis, okay. Prehistoric Man. Doomsday Warrior, that's a good old one. Okay. Peacekeepers, All-Stars, Picross, NCW. There's so many really great games. Poppin' Twin Bee. Okay. We played Twin Bee earlier. I feel like we sort of need to play Poppin' Twin Bee because it sounds like it's a sequel. And see how crazy Poppin' Twin Bee is. Man, Konami just does some really cool stuff. I actually enjoyed playing their games growing up. And I know this is going to be one of those very controversial kind of statements. I also enjoyed playing a lot of LGN games. Insert name, Twin Bee and Winbee. Wow. Normal. So this is like a jump-in two-player game. Whoa. That is all sorts of crazy. Alright. So the bells are back. For whom the bells toll. Shoot them all with my gun. And maybe get power-ups this time? Oh, so this time the bells do power-ups. Oh, okay. Oh, and the bombs clearly... wait, that wasn't the bomb button. That was the everything explodes button. Alright, there's the bombs. So I throw bombs and they hit pineapples. Alright, so it's very much still fruit-centric. But, like, interesting. Oh, and maybe I have... So, this is actually... Oh my gosh, what a difference a generation of graphics causes in a game like this. I can clearly tell which things I can shoot on the ground and which things I can't shoot on the ground. I don't even know. I really don't know. Like, the ears of corn are shooting like corn kernels at me. There's just a lot of things on the screen. I have this crazy power-up that does things that I'm not expecting it to do. Dud, 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 dud. Alright. I don't even know what these things in the boats are. There's just... This is fun. This is actually amusing. Let me say it that way. It's amusing. It's definitely scratching that almost that twin stick shooter kind of feel. The graphics are great. The scenes, the everything here is just, oh, I think we just go grab all the bells we can grab. And so now we have these things that we're dodging, I think, because why not dodge? Oh wow. Alright. So those things aren't dying to these. They clearly should be like tanks or something, but they require bombs to kill. And they're not on the ground. So it is definitely it's like a 3D shooter almost. With less 3 and more 2.5. But there's definitely a depth element. Oh, instead of being one hit also we have like these what looks to be a shield system. When we take hits, we take damage. And that blue up there, I'm presuming is my shields. Alright, so... we're going to try to grab this pink... Oh, okay, so it's a different kind of gun. Spread gun. In any kind of like shooter game like this, if you don't have to aim as much, that's usually a real good thing. So spread shot is usually a coveted kind of power-up. I mean, look at this. We're just shooting, and things just keep going back where they need to go. Alright, so boss fight. Clearly boss fight. Or is this like one of our ships? So we're trying to free a ship, maybe? Alright. Oh, okay. So maybe we didn't free that ship in time? Or maybe that was to indicate that these arms are bad for us. This is like... these are like guys from Kirby almost, right? I mean, they look like Waddle Dees almost. Oh, there we go. We lost. Oh, wow. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Namco, Konami, Palcom. So some of these aren't even like OG SNES titles, maybe. I don't know what Psycho Dream is. I have to load this up because I'm like, what is this? Riot Games. Ryo or Maria? We'll go with Ryo, and this looks like we are probably okay. All right. So, all right. We played some Bomb Jack. We Mighty Bomb Jack. My bad. We played some. We played some Twin Bee, right? We played several games that had really good fluid controls, and this in fast, right? I mean, the character was very quick on their feet and was very controllable in really good ways. And now we're not playing a game like that. Like, oh wow, okay. I don't even know Turtle Club. I mean, this is standard fare. I mean, this though I'm not a fan of. Oh, getting blitzed by things on the ground, not a fan of. This looks like the kind of stuff that would, with completely non-apologetically, like, take all your quarters at an arcade. Somehow I have a new weapon. Okay. And so I'm guessing those things give me new weapons. Oh, I'm upgrading myself. Alright. Maybe the red ones don't make us go faster. That's unfortunate. But this power up we have, I don't know if it's a time thing. Oh, we got another yellow one. Is that more power ups? That's more power ups. Okay. Interesting. Still have no clue what we're playing. I mean, this is some very odd, like Contra Castlevania combination kind of stuff. I'm very concerned when there's buttons. Oh, continue. When there's buttons that don't do things on a Super Nintendo game. Like Super Nintendo, right? There is the Z and the L, or not the Z, but there's the R and the L, the X, Y, and A, B. And this game only has 3 buttons. Now, that said, this could be a Neo Geo game. But if it's a Neo Geo game, it should be 4 buttons, A, B, C, and D. And I don't have anything like that. Now, I do have a super special move that I figured out. Is that more health? Is that what the red thing does? Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. A game needs to actually be a little bit more specific with where you jump in and die and where you don't jump in and die, and that wasn't it. Operation Logic Bomb. That just sounds not good, actually. Super Soccer, Super Tennis. And Act Against AIDS. Interesting. Is this a new Lolo adventure? Don't know what this is. Oh, is this Puyo Puyo? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Cool. Boom. Bam. should get rid of that. Drop that down. And this should... Great. Games like this, Turtle Club, I grew up playing a considerable amount of these. My mom is not a gamer. Let's throw that out. She's not a video game player. Let me say it that way. My mom comes from a generation that is amazing for some of the people they've created, and not so amazing for some of the other people that somehow made it to adulthood. My mom is one of the people that are amazing. And one of the things that she does do really well is she is a pool player. Something her and my dad used to do a lot, is they would play pool. And so, not a video game player, right? If you looked at my mom, if you looked at Mag's mom, it definitely wouldn't be like, oh, well, there's going to be somebody over there that's going to be beating Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or something like that, right? However, oh, we're about to get hit by something really bad. Yep, we got some lobbies. Let's do this. Let's double combo back toward this guy. You can take all those, and we don't want that. We didn't want that at all. We didn't want those at all. Stop that. Stop that. I win. Okay, cool. But one of the games that she did play really well was Tetris. Tetris was like her cup of tea. It was her jam. It was right within her wheelhouse. And that was great. You know, it was one of those things that I grew up when I was playing Tetris and me playing Tetris. And it was, you know, single player stuff. Tetris didn't become a competitive game until the masses took it over. Much like everything else that we have, right? But the cool part about it was it did spawn Tetris itself, right? It did spawn other games, and one of those games is one called Dr. Mario. And Dr. Mario is a game that really classic game. Let's go ahead and get both of those and some more pieces their way. And my mom and an aunt that I had, they would sit and they would just marathon the snot out of Dr. Mario. And if you wanted to, like, you know, picture me, right? Here I am, like 7-year-old, 8-year-old Mag, and like anybody else, you know, as a kid, when you see adults doing things, the first thing you want to do is you want to do what the adults are doing. And the way to do what the adults were doing was to sit in and play whatever game they were playing. Especially if you were like me, growing up, I had a brother, I had a sister, and I had way more cousins. Oh my gosh, that's just not good. Way more cousins than most people have, judging by the, you know, metrics and all that. So, and that should get rid of all of those, which should take me into that hole a little bit better. All right, this should go there. That should go there, and we completely broke that in a bad way. Okay, what we need is a miracle. What we're going to get is like no green pieces for like a very long time, it looks like. All right, there's a green piece. Hey, we survived. We survived. So to play video game time, you either waited your turn. Gotta have. All right, well, have a good one, Sally. Thank you for popping in, and Lewis, thank you for chilling out, man, and just hanging out with us. So if you wanted to play video games in my household, in most of the houses that I would visit, which we all lived on a very similar street corner growing up. So if I wanted to play, man, this NPC is just brutally stacking everything. What the French toast, NPC, stop it. So if you wanted to play video games, you had to learn to play what everybody else played. And I figured out rather intelligently that, ooh, that's bad. That is badder than bad. Let's go this. Let's go here and there. Let's just start throwing things and hope some of it sticks. There we go. Alright, so we need the green one there. We need to quickly get to a green one before it hits us in the no, we didn't want a piece there spot. Alright, well, it looks like this is going to be as far as we get to play this game. Boom. Beat by the sheep. Your name. My name is Mag. Bam. Game over. Continue. Nope. That's cool though. Poi being on here is great. So yeah, I learned how to play games like this. I sat with my aunt and my mom, and if one of them was busy doing other things when it was, you know, game time and they were playing, because they like to play games, right? My Japanese is nowhere near where it needs to be able to read any of this. Okay, so what kind of game is this? Does this rotate? That does something. Okay, that flips. Alright, so piece flipping. Okay, cool. And if I flip, can I do that? Yes, I can do that. Alright, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so do this, do that, do that, this, bam, bam, bam. And so, alright, so A and B both do the same thing. But yeah, so, you know, that is one of those things that, had you asked me, hey Mag, why do you love puzzle games so much? Because I play a lot of them in my free time. I've got, like, on my phone, as you guys know, just probably when we were doing the mobile gaming, I play a lot of puzzle games. And there's a number of reasons for that. One of them is I enjoy them. And, you know, if you do something that you like, something that you enjoy, then good. You know, that's why we play games. We play games to have fun. We play games to enjoy what's going on. If what's going on is something that we don't really care for, then playing games is kind of an escape. You know, a lot of people know that video games, to some degree, are an escape. So people can actually, for a few moments, right? For a few moments, if you are working a job that doesn't seem fair, if you are in a situation in your life that you are not able to control as well as you'd like to, and let's take this for instance, right? I am doing pretty good at this game. It says I'm on level 7. Cool. And let's just say that something in my personal life wasn't going so well, or something in my work life wasn't going so well. Like, I don't know, being one of 5 guys that happens to work in a department that used to have 18 that do a certain task. then finding something that you have some control over is rather good. It's rather good. And yeah, you know, for a moment when you don't feel like you're doing your best or accomplishing anything, having something that you can go through and feel like you're doing that again is super important. In puzzle games, in my opinion, kind of, they embody that. Oh, that's a good button to know at this point. So there's a button that doesn't speed the game up, but it does speed up the row. So you don't have to like go slowing the whole thing the whole time. And yeah, puzzle games definitely they encompass that really well. That whole entire control aspect, because at most games core, you know, there's a victory path, and in some cases it's learning the mechanics of a boss fight. In some cases it's outsmarting an opponent of some sort, right? But in puzzle games, it's quite literally, a puzzle game is outsmarting yourself in many ways, but in other ways it's simply a whole level of control that feels satisfying. It quite often is, I'm doing this thing because these things will do what I want them to do, and then bam, all of a sudden you got stuff. Like, I just realized, hey, 4 in a row is something you can do. What can I do about that? I can do this for 5 in a row. And that's a very good, satisfying feeling. And now that I got 5 in a row, I found a way to do 6 in a row. See, these kind of things that come up are really great when you're talking about stuff like puzzle games. And so then the question becomes, well, if I got 6 in a row and I got 5 in a row, then what about, can I do 7? And that was 7, right? No, that was 6. That was 6. Okay. So now I got to figure out, can I get 7? And the answer is, at this speed, maybe. But we're definitely going to have to start working for it. Alright, so you do that and do that. Okay. And while you're doing stuff like this, you have to basically keep yourself alive, right? Alright, so that's that. If we had that as the drop, we could probably so do 7, but we can't. So almost. Yeah, that's just going to be us cleaning up our potential mess there and having to rethink the 7 problem. There we go. There we go. There is 7. Not the way we wanted to do it, but the way we could do it. Speed level 14, it says. So I'm not sure what the, other than the score multiplier, clearly, right? I don't know exactly what doing more at a time gets us. But I'm presuming it does something good, right? More is better. In most cases, more is always better. Oh, that's kind of good too. So while it's clearing off stuff, we have like a moment where time kind of stands still. That's definitely usable. That's a ×2. Interesting. So we're on easy. I'm going to point that out. But yeah, so Turtle Glove, going back to, channel kind of information, updates and all that. So moving forward, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, absolutely still going to be streaming as much as we can. Tomorrow morning is not going to be, it's not going to be Kingdom Hearts. We want to make sure that our, speaking of things that we have control over and don't have control over, the kind of content we produce and the kind of content that's associated with our content, part of our brand, that is something we want full control over. And giving Sony and Disney and the estate that owns Tarzan and Squaresoft and all of those people control over our content to a point. It's not what we want to do. Yeah, we know that this is a family-friendly channel, and that means a lot of things. And one of the things that it does mean is that we are not. Looks like we're starting to get into a bad spot here. We're not trying to make a political message or political statement, and that means that if something else is trying to make a political message or a political statement, it's not meant to be on our channel. And is there enough that I can pull that apart and pull that apart? Good. And that's really the bigger fly in the ointment with the ad revenue thing, is religion, politics, all those kind of things that we try to keep away from our channel. We do that because people get enough of that everywhere else. They really do. Between Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the newspaper, television, and I think that's also part of how family friendly is evolving on this channel. Is we want your family to be able to show up and just stick around. And part of that is, at least in my family, I don't know about everybody else's family, but as much as I love my mom, we don't always see eye to eye on everything. As much as I love my dad for being my dad, there are many things that he and I did not agree on. Same thing with my grandmother. And if we're going to be truly family friendly and a place where families can be at, then we need to kind of leave those argument inducing things at the door. And that's why we don't do religion. That's why we don't do politics. That's why we don't discuss various things. And some people get kind of weirded out about our channel about that. I've had some people oddly, and it's still the oddest thing in my opinion. How do I do that? I don't do that. I do this instead. But they're like, yeah, I was going to join in a stream and ask your opinion on some stuff. All right, well, why didn't you? And they're like, well, it was a political thing. I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, the stream's not the best place for that. And I said, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be watching your stuff. And, it's fine. Our content's not for everybody. This is really zen, guys. I don't know what the name of this game is. The graphic motif of the girl watching me play is really weird. I don't know who the developer is. But yeah, it's actually, it's very zen. On easy mode, it's very zen. I'm sure on the harder difficulties it'd be just horrible. But I could probably play this for a lot longer. But yeah, I have no clue what that is. And it's a Super Famicom game. Neat. So Turtle Club, that is kind of all the changes. That's kind of all the wax poeticness that we're gonna do today. I would stream longer, but the one kind of bad news in the personal world of Mag right now is the car is making some weird things going on. The Turtlemobile is not a happy Turtlemobile at the moment, so I do have to deal with our mechanic and our dealership and kind of talk to them. And yeah, so we do have to call the stream here. We need to wait for them to open so we can actually talk to them while we're still mentally cognizant of the words that are coming out of our mouth. And that means before I'm tired and making mag mistakes at 9 a.m., I don't need to be doing that while talking to somebody about our vehicle and money and all that. So Turtle Club, thank you for hanging out and watching the video and all that. Again, we're going to go for a Saturday, Sunday, Monday stream. If we do stream on Fridays, it's probably going to be on the mature content channel. And hoping to get some other video content up. So we'll see what that looks like as time marches on. I'm gonna have myself a good day, a good morning, and then a good night. For all you that have been watching today and will be watching later, have yourself a good weekend, a good breakfast, a good lunch, good dinner. You know, whatever you guys are going to do out there, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one. Take care, Turtle Club, and thanks for watching.